I think summer is deeply overrated, especially if we can live through winter in the Anna Karenina style. For this reason, I'm going to enjoy this winter to the fullest, and is there a better inspiration for a great and memorable winter than the Anna Karenina way? Winter offers a unique opportunity to channel the elegance and profound emotion found in Anna Karenina, the Leo Tolstoy novel written in the late 19th century. Whether through fashion, literature, or experience, let this season be a time for reflection, beauty, and embracing the intricate dance of passion. And so let's hop on this trend together. I will certainly celebrate the winter of 2024 in the Anna Karenina style, and here it is how with the simple bucket list. Living on Anna Karenina Winter is about immersing ourselves in the romantic, melancholic, and beautiful spirit of Tolstoy world. It means embracing themes of love, introspection, nature, and tradition while enjoying the elegance of the 19th century Russian winter. And so, as the new season comes, here is a bucket list to help us step into that atmosphere. Point number 1 is dive into Russian literature. Let's revisit Anna Karenina or explore other classics like Dostoevsky or Pushkin's poetry. Let's dedicate cozy evenings to reading by candlelight, wrapped in a soft blanket with snow falling outside. Let's create a beautiful space for ourselves. After all, the winter has just begun and we can live it in style and in a beautiful ambience. I think surrounding ourselves with beauty is especially important in winter, as the world outside is cold and wet. There is nothing better than hide in our own artistic space, enjoying the indoors to the fullest. And so let's grab some ideas. We can host a reading session with friends or join a book club and introduce the focusing on Russian authors. Or we can journal about the themes and characters that we encounter, the love, morality, or destiny. Or we can visit a local library or second-hand bookstore to find vintage editions. After all, we know it both from Anna Karenina novel as much as the movies. Anna Karenina was surrounded by beautifully designed home, libraries, and space, where each item was an art in itself. And so we can draw an inspiration from that. Now moving on, point number 2 is dress the part. Let's embrace the fashion of the Russian aristocracy. Opulent fabrics, long coats, and timeless elegance. We can wear pieces inspired by Anna Karenina's iconic style. Think sophistication and warmth. And here are some ideas. We can go to a second-hand shop and invest in a velvet or wool winter coat and accessorize with vintage fur. We can wear leather gloves and high boots for long walks in the snow. Or we can experiment with jewel tones, lace, and vintage inspired jewelry. I often mention that in most of my videos how dressing up and carrying what we wear and how we present ourselves impact the way we feel and the way we show up. Especially for winter, I was inspired to get myself some elegant gloves and maybe a vintage fur hat or scarf to enjoy the winter in a beautiful and warm pieces. Moving on, point number 3 is experience the snow like a Russian aristocrat. Tolstoy's world is deep in an appreciation for nature, particularly the stark beauty of Russian winters. Let's embrace this by spending time outdoors in the snow. And so let's take a look at some ideas. We can go for a sledge ride or horseback ride through snowy trails. We can try ice skating in the nature, or we can take a long walks in nature, observing the trees, the frost, and the quiet. I truly think that winter can offer us some amazing activities, and it is up to us if we can say yes to those amazing opportunities. Ice skating, sledge ride, and long walks in winter can be incredibly magical. We can wear our warm winter clothes, take our thermocup with some hot chocolate or tea, and we can let winter show us how magical it can get. Now moving on, point number 4 is cultivate the inner life. Anna's Karenina Winter is not just external, it is also deeply emotional. Winter is a time for introspection, for understanding the complexities of love, and for cultivating beauty in the everyday. And here are some ideas. Let's keep a journal for our thoughts and reflections. Write about your dreams, passions, and struggles. We can also try letter writing to loved ones or even to ourselves, expressing emotions in a poetic way. or we can study philosophy or spirituality just as Tolstoy himself delved into these existential questions. I truly love winter as in my part of the world. It comes right before the year end and right after the new year starts. What better time for introspection, long journaling sessions with candles and my favorite tea. I truly love my journaling session in the winter, and I always make sure I make the time in my life for journaling my thoughts and planning my future steps in the next year. Anna Karenina, above all, teaches us about the power of emotions, and we can take a closer look at how we are emotionally. Now, moving on, point number 5 is watching a Russian ballet or opera. Let's immerse ourselves in the arts, especially works that evoke the melancholy of the late 19th century Russia. The idea here is to watch a performance of Swan Lake or The Nutcracker, or we can listen to Tchaikovsky's music, and especially his winter compositions. We can also seek out a theater staging Chekhov or Dostoevsky-inspired productions. I think that planning some time to see Russian ballet, the very popular in this time of the year, The Nutcracker, for example, is an amazing way to celebrate winter in the Anna Karenina style. This is a perfect way to enjoy those long winter evenings inside in a beautiful theater or opera, wearing a beautiful elegant gown and getting immersed in the art. And whatever it is that we choose to watch, let's make sure we cherish this time to the fullest, letting it inspire us by its beauty and elegance, so that we can carry it with us and let the memories of this evening warm us later on. Then point number 6 is to romanticize travel by train. One of the most iconic scenes in Anna Karenina involves train travel. And while modern trains differ greatly from the 19th century Russian ones, the true romance of slow travel remains. Let's look on some ideas. We can plan a scenic winter train ride, perhaps through a snowy countryside. We can bring a thermos of tea and good book and a journal for the journey. And we can reflect on the parallels between Anna's journey and our own emotional landscape. I especially love to travel by train. We can sit inside a warm train and enjoy the beautiful views from the inside. We can take the panoramic train in Switzerland, or think about the most picturesque part of your country and book a train ride through it. I love to listen to an audiobook, journal, or simply watch the surroundings. And the longer the train ride, the better. Now moving on is point number 7, which is to embrace the beauty of melancholy. Winter in Anna Karenina is not just joyful, it is deeply emotional and reflective. And so let's allow ourselves to experience the bittersweet moments of life. The idea here is to write poetry or prose that captures the beauty of fleeting emotions. Or we can visit an art gallery or museum with romantic or impressionist works. Or we can listen to melancholic music like the Tchaikovsky or other classic compositors. I especially love to watch more movies in the winter and fully immerse myself in some good drama. And so why not watching the Anna Karenina movie itself or movies similar to this, so we can get the inspiration and enjoy the beauty of cinema and live the life of the characters we see in those. Moving on, point number 8 is to enjoy winter sports. Let's engage fully in the winter sports like sledging, skiing or ice skating. The key is finding joy in the harshness of winter. And some ideas here is to visit a frozen lake with a guide, or spend a day sledging with friends or family. You can learn skiing or just let's build a snowman outside. Even if just walking to work, let's enjoy the wide world outside or the warmth of our winter jacket. The power of now. Let's be mindful about the winter experience. We will be all the more happy to see spring come one day. But for now, we can just enjoy the world as it is. Now, on a final note, the moment I saw the Anna Karenina Winter trend, I was so immediately inspired by only the name of it. What a great way to add more magic to our day-to-day winter experience. Then romanticize it in the Anna Karenina style. I truly love to read the novel Anna Karenina and the movie as well. It certainly did inspire me to enjoy the winter better and fully immerse myself in the cold and slightly harsh but yet so beautiful time of this year. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.